Alright, alright. So, hello everybody. We're still about 5 minutes out from actually starting the stream proper, but I figured it was time to go ahead and hop onto the mic. First off, how's everybody doing? Today for stream, we are back in Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to be, once again, trying to get into dungeons and stuff like that. But with how things went yesterday, I am going to kind of I'm gonna look at that as an external goal. Right now, we're just gonna go through as much of the story as we can. We've got here in a bit, we'll be unlocking airships, which will allow us to go to the other other two cities of the town. The other two cities of this nation. We've already been to Gridania, which is the capital of this area. We've still got to go to Ul'dah, which is out in the middle of the desert. And we've got to go to Limsa, which is in the middle of the ocean. Once we get done with those and the story quests that are there, a lot more of the game will be opened up to us. Because so far we've been stuck in the forest. Here's the map for that. I think I can actually go up. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Go here. No, that's not it. Okay. So, this is the area that we've been locked into so far. Any of them that are kind of a white border are ones that I've been to. These grayed out ones are ones I haven't, except for Lavender Beds. You can't get there quite yet. I mean, I can, but there's no point in me doing so yet. Coerthus is that way, and we're not ready to go there. Down here takes us to Thanlan, which is outside of Ul'dah. This is the next area that we're probably going to unlock. Lenosha is the area for Limsa. And you can see that we have nothing there either. And this area you can only get to by boat, I believe. And airship. Airship as well. But yeah, so that's our next set of objectives. Once we finish, let's get back to the Black Shroud. We're going to do our job quest here. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I don't have it on the right scene. Hold on. I apologize. That was real dumb of me. Okay, so let's go back through all of that. We're in the Gridania area, which is the Black Shroud. All of these areas that have kind of white, opaque coloring are areas we've been to, aside from Lavender Beds. This area down here we have not been to. Once we get done here, we're doing a Dangerous Proposition, which is the next job quest that I need to do. Then we're going to come down here, we're going to do To Guard a Guardian, and after that I should be able to get access to the airships. I think there's like 1 or 2 story quests after that, and then it unlocks. Then we'll have access to Thanlan, which you can see we have absolutely nothing. That's where Ul'dah is. This is the desert. Lenosha is in the middle of the ocean, or at least Limsa itself is. And the Wolf's Den is this island over here that we'll eventually get to is. All this other stuff is on land, and I'm not entirely sure. I think they've got like bridges from Limsa. It's been a while. But yeah, we're going to open up those 2 areas here pretty soon. If I really wanted to, I could probably go through South Shroud to get to Thanland right now, but we're going to wait until we get access to the airships. So, the stream last time, I actually was up here at Hawthorne Hut. I didn't think that it would really make too much of a difference if I went ahead and walked over here. So I just walked off stream. Nothing happened between here and there. So we're going to go ahead and get her started now. We're going to do our job quest. Try and get these guys taken out. This guy over here, Folquus, is a guy who's been given the job guild that we're actually in a hard time. And the whole purpose of this section here is just us trying to show him what's what. As much as I would like to just like let him get beaten, you actually fail if you lose. That's fine. I don't care. Oh, you're leaving now? Okay, goodbye. Doesn't matter, they're done. So, the Lancer side of the job quests all revolve around this guy Folquus and dealing with him. And then after that's all done, you actually get access to your promotion, which is Dragoon. And we are not too worried about him because this is not part of the main story. We're not terribly worried about any of that. I can go back and report to the guild leader, but we're not going to do that right this second. Because we'll be going back to Gridania as soon as we're done with this main story quest. So let's see, let's try and... For some of the newer people, I will attempt to kind of explain some of the story up to this point. You start off, you're just an adventurer, and you're making it to your town for the first time. Which, your starting town does depend on what class you start with. I started off as Lancer, because that's just the one that I enjoy, which starts in Gridania. There are other classes that start in some of the other towns, but the overall idea is new adventurer, build up your reputation, and we have met a couple of people by the names of Papalimo and Ida, who are part of a bigger organization that we will later become a lot more acquainted with. There's a story about the Garleans, who are a nation to the north, northeast of here, and they've been trying to take over the area for a while. There was a big war, huge calamity happened, which was almost the end of the entire world, and these little bird people over here, they're called the Ixal. They are one of the many tribes in Eorzea, and they have the ability to summon their god, which is called a primal. All of the different tribes have that ability. There's also, for the quote-unquote civilized races, there are 12 gods/goddesses. But what we're doing here is all of the Black Shroud is protected by guardian spirits. And there's a force that's trying to essentially destroy this tree, which is the oldest surviving piece of nature in this land. So we're trying to stop that from happening so that the spirits aren't angered, and we're going to end up having to fight some pretty big stuff. We're going to get reacquainted with Papalimo and Ida as well. And I'm not reading any of this because later on, as we get further into A Realm Reborn, which is just this part of the game, all of the important scenes start to become voice acted, and I don't want to confuse people by having my own voices that later change because I'm no longer doing the voices. So we don't read these. I try and give you guys enough time to read them. I do step in every so often to kind of explain some of the names. In here, he's talking about Garuda. Garuda is their primal, their god. The process of bringing their gods into being is they give offerings of crystals. So they're trying to take the crystal out of the tree. It's a big enough crystal that they'd be able to summon their god, Garuda. And the music in this is amazing. I love the music in this game. Side. So we just want to take out those two sides first. Then we can work on this main guy. And then those two pop up there. Important for us to take care of them, otherwise they really start to bog down your health, which is not good when the next stage of this comes in. Right here. So once you take off those two sides, those guys can and will take care of that next wave that comes in all by themselves. You don't have to worry about that. They're not going to come in and take you out. A lot of the later stuff that we'll be getting into towards the end of A Realm Reborn, you have to focus on protecting all of your people. Otherwise, you get overwhelmed very, very quickly. I think I still haven't equipped the newest spear yet. That's okay. I need this to not be black screen. Thank you. This. So one of the things that I really enjoy about Dragoons is they have a lot of self-sustain. They do take a lot of damage towards the later ends, but we've got skills that allow us to heal ourselves. So we can actually take some of the pressure off of the healers of the group, which is always a good thing. Now we've got Papalimo and Ida showing up. Real quick. Hold on, I can't quite see what you're saying there, Kira. Just a second. There's buzzing in my mic. Give me a second to finish this and I'll see what I can do. Is it only coming through when I'm talking? You're fine, Echo. Okay, so you said I'm having issues with my mic. Let me try. Okay, is this any better? still buzzing. I'm not sure what would be causing that. And I'm not even sure what settings to check on that. Let me check my connection down here. Okay, how about now? Good now. Okay. Seems like my connection was off. All I did was unhook it from the computer and kind of blow on it a little bit. But yeah, thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. And thank you for letting me know that my mic was messed up. I will have to make habit of pulling it off and cleaning it before starting up. Yeah, no problem. I don't remember how to do shoutouts. It's /SO. How do you do shoutouts? It's kind of both. The microphone itself has an auxiliary port, but in order to connect it, it does have a USB that it plugs into, because my computer's auxiliary port does not work. So name. I gotta remember what his name was. Fearless. Hold on, I'll just look it up this way. Okay, it is 3 S's. Like this? Nope, it says unrecognized command. Oh, I actually have to type out shout out? Okay. Like this? There we go. Dismiss. There we go. Yeah, no, I had just done /SO instead of typing out shout out. I'm getting there. I'll learn all this stuff eventually. No, it's okay. It's been a while since any of us have done any of this. Okay, here we go. Here's an important name. Asians. Or Asians, or I don't know, because they change the way that it's said every single time. They are an ancient race of people who essentially cannot die. But even with that, there only appears to be, like, I think that I've run into 3 of them. Maybe 4. And they're the people that are in the masks and the cloaks and everything like that. Yeah, they are. And each one has a different colored mask that they wear, which represents some kind of a hierarchy slash job system that they have. I haven't figured all of that out yet. I know that white masks are like couriers or diplomats or something like that. They come and they talk to people when fighting has not gotten the job done. And of course, we're not talking about these guys' masks. We're talking about the cloaked guys. I don't know the difference in all of these guys' mask colors, because they do have a couple of different masks. Yeah, before you guys got here, I was talking a little bit about the previous streams and how we got to the point that we're at. Somebody needs to give him little waders, because he's halfway in this water. All right, now we can go back to Gridania. Take care of a couple of things. First things we're going to do is we're going to go and finish off our job quest. No, we're not. Because we are very, very close to level 20. And I think these next couple of MSQ quests are going to push us over. Well, maybe not. We are only on 18. Moiter? No! I don't even know her. So that's something that I really never figured out, is why we were able to get him down, but all the other ones just don't ever seem to die. Like, later on we have to go through like some very, very specific ways of dealing with the Asians, and I don't know, how did we beat him with so little effort?
Elder Seedseer.
My lady.
I am come to express my gratitude for your valiant efforts before the Guardian Tree. I am informed that an adventurer of singular talent now walks amongst us. You are he, are you not? My name is Khan Esena, and it is my solemn charge to watch over all who call Gridania home. Well met and welcome to our fair nation. It was your valor that won us the day, I believe. On behalf of all Gridanians, I offer you my humblest thanks. This gift I present to you as a small token of my gratitude. I hope that you will ever remain a friend to Gridania. Green Bliss is coming. It is an age-old ceremony to renew the bond between man and elemental. Over the centuries, it has blossomed into a joyous festival encompassing Gridanians from every walk of life. I should be most gratified if you would participate in the ceremony as emissary.
Oh, such a great honor.
I look forward to seeing you on that most joyous of days. Till then, fare you well. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Give it. What do you mean? I do like these masks. I really like those masks. Yeah, but that is set in a different location. That's not this area. All of the Final Fantasy games are on, like, different planets. Oh, I was not looking at who was talking. Yes, Echo, I've played 15. It's not my favorite one. I don't think I've beaten it. yeah, there are a few direct sequels. Final Fantasy VII got Dirge of Cerberus, and now it's got... Oh, it also had Crisis Core. And now it's got the remakes. Final Fantasy IV got a second one. Final Fantasy X got a 10-2, and there's talk about a 10-3 coming out sometime in the future. Final Fantasy XII has a couple of different spin-offs that are not part of the main numbered line. And 13 has, I think, 3 games in its series. It might just be 2. Yeah, I mean, if you enjoy it, that's great. I would suggest playing any of the games. I really like Final Fantasy as a whole. It's just some of the games did not resonate with me the same as some of the other ones. Like, I really like Final Fantasy 4, 6, 7 is okay. I love the music in 8. 9 was probably one of my favorites. And I really like Final Fantasy 14. It's been one that I've wanted. Yep. 10 and 10-2. I've played both of them. I've beaten 10-2, but I have not beaten 10. I don't think I even got all the way to the end. Ooh. Yeah, no. I stopped playing it. I got... the only other FF games you've played are 7, 9, 13, and Tactics. Yep. 7... I give a lot of credit to 7 because it did put the franchise on a whole new level. I don't think that it deserves as much hype as it got. Final Fantasy 9 is probably my favorite Final Fantasy. For a very, very long time, I refused to play Final Fantasy 13, but I think that it's getting to the point now where I kind of need to. Soft locked in 7. Yeah, Tactics, you got bored with 9? How did you get bored with 9? Games that I've started. Yep. I have a lot of those. I start the game, I really enjoy the game, and then I stop playing because other games come into my radar, and I'm like, ooh, I want to play this, and then I just never go back to the other games. Yeah, I guess I can see that for 9. Yeah, that makes a bit of sense. Oh, excuse me. Legend of Dragoon was an amazing game. They need to make a remake of it, or a prequel. I would love to see the group before. You only end up seeing, what, 2, 3 of the former Dragoons, and even then they're butchered versions of themselves. Yeah, I don't know who even owns that franchise anymore. Is that them? Okay. This group right here, I believe it's this group. They are constantly showing up from here on out. At least I think it's this group. It might not be this group, but I think it's this group. Oh, and this guy here, he has almost the exact same face as Thancred. The exact same hairstyle. But, yeah. Okay. None of this is important. They're just getting us set up to become this... Japan Studio owns it. Well, they need to do something with it. They need to do something with it. Yes, it was a cult classic. Not a lot of people knew about it. But, I mean, it did things at the time and looked better than games that were made at the same time as it. Where am I going? I need to go this way. Whoever owns it, they need to do something with it. Yeah, none of this is important. This is just us trying to get this darn mask. Probably because it didn't make too terribly much money. From what I understand, the development of it took way too long. They didn't make enough money out of it. I think they didn't really start seeing any success until they finally decided that it wasn't worth it. Okay. Give. This is not the inventory I want. This is the inventory I want. We need to put on the mask. And woof. That mask. I like that mask so much. And yeah, I would have loved a sequel. Just about anything that they could have done with that whole series would have been amazing. Really? Don't know why they didn't go for it then. I don't know where I was hearing that they had problems in development and sales. PSN release was top 5. Yeah, we don't need that. You! No, I'm just a guy wearing a mask. I mean, it was not even close to an FF ripoff. They added the addition. Okay, we're gonna wait and talk about this after this scene.
Look! The elder Eorzea.
12 bless her heart!
May he find favor with the elementals. This radiance. Could it be a crystal of light? Tell me true. Has the Mother Crystal revealed herself to you? Did you bask in her light? Have you, perchance, experienced sensations akin to ether sickness of late? That Heidelin would speak directly to this man. There once were dauntless adventurers who fought in the name of Eorzea.
This is going back into the Calamity. Last stream of Legend of Dragoon. Heck yeah. Send me a link to the thing that you're reading so that I can take a look at it later. Alright, you have a good one, Echo. Heck yeah. You can bet that I'll be getting that and playing it. Oh, I gotta get a PS5. I don't like the streaming services off of the PlayStation Network. Whatever. It's a game that I've loved, and I will go back and I will play it again, and again, and again, and again. In yesterday's stream, I made mention of the Calamity, and I think I mentioned it even in this one. And I mentioned that the people who were there, the Warriors of Light, they got erased from everybody's memory, or at least what they looked like. And this is what she's about to talk about.
When the primals threatened to bleed the land dry, these brave men and women rose to face them. When the Garlean Empire resumed its war of conquest, they rushed to the realm's defense. And when it was foretold that Dalamud would fall, they fought with all their strength to deliver us from certain doom. Yet as strong and as brave as they were, they, like so many, disappeared amidst the flames at Cartano. None have forgotten the heroes who gave all for the sake of a realm not their own. Yet when we try to recall their names, we find the pages of our memories are blank, as if bleached by the sun. And when we try to recall their faces, we see them only in silhouette, as if they stood betwixt us and a blinding glare. Hence have these heroes come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Beholding you, illuminated by the glow of the crystal, I could not help but be reminded of them. The crystal has chosen you for a purpose. Trust to its guiding light, and all shall be revealed to you in good time. Though none can say for certain what the future will bring, it is my belief that you may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm. For the power of the Echo resides within you.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold. 'Bold! 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 '
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells!
The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn! Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you! Ah!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. Gods preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
Gods damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake!
Snake!
Answer me!
Snake!
Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louisois. To your positions.
Kasbamul, Soginin Moise Tonsul. Logalo, Asawad Daken Bet Mubut. Imarat Way, Kiskat Toga Hats Wadadorns. Seasoning Fistun the only Lamrai Satai Dorn.
Okay, now that we're through the important stuff, sucks that that's an April Fool's prank. That's really wish that somebody would make either. I don't know. Part of me doesn't want them to make a remake, especially with all the remakes that have been coming out recently that are just complete crap. I don't want them to come in and just give a half-assed report and say, that's what you asked for. That's not what we asked for. We want something that's going to be substantial in today's gaming industries. I was talking about the edition system of Legend of Dragoon. That was an amazing thing. And what that essentially was, for anybody who doesn't know Legend of Dragoon or what Kira and I are talking about, when you would make an attack, you would get essentially a quick time event where you would push a button. It would bring two boxes, and one box would rotate. Yeah. One box would rotate onto another one, and if you could hit it at the right time, you would do an additional attack. And if you could complete the current edition you were working on, you do a special attack instead of just a normal damage. It would actually call out the name of the attack that you were using. Some of them got real fast. Any of the spear users, because there was two of them, their additions were so fast. Yeah, and they were long. Very long. The initial ones are just, you hit it at the right time, they do a double attack. But eventually you got to the point where you were doing, I think, yeah, it did build up more energy as well. I believe Gust of Wind Dance, which was one of my favorite editions, was 16 hits long. And I might be misremembering that. Yeah. Sometimes they wouldn't just have you, hit this button when it shows up. Sometimes they would change the color of the boxes. Yep, I was just about to talk about that, Kira. They would change it because the enemy saw it coming and was going to counterattack, so you had to hit a different button so that you didn't get counterattacked. In the end, it was like only the X and the square button, but either way, it's pretty interesting. I do think that if they were to do it in today's market, they would have to utilize all four of the input buttons, but I wouldn't be mad if they just kept it the way that it was. The Dragoon system, very, very cool. If you weren't happy enough with your damage and your skill with the additions, once you built up a certain range, after you got so far in the story, leave it to just one? I don't know about that. I think that people have gotten more used to QuickTime events. I think that they'd be able to handle it today if it had more than one. But I want them to have a reason to have it be more than one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to just, oh, here, randomly hit buttons to do your thing. I want them to have a reason for why you have extra buttons to hit. I mean, take them or leave them, but that's just the way that games are now. They have QuickTime events. People are used to them. But yeah, the Dragoon system itself, very fun. Once you got to a certain point in the story, you get access to the Dragoons' forms, and they could level up, and you'd get better attacks, better spells, and stuff. Anyways, back to this. This is not important. They're just welcoming you back after you passed out. And when we get back out there, they're going to, I believe, send us back to Eorzea. This is our room in the inn. Equip that helmet back. That's probably the only time that you will see that room. Until we get back to my other character, because I'll probably use the room a little bit more. But there's no reason for us to do it while we're just trying to get through this story. Alright, I need to go and talk to Yes. And she is at... Is it the Conjurer's Guild? I think it's the Conjurer's Guild. Yep, Conjurer's Guild. You, let me in. Yes. This is where we're finally unlocking the airship. This isn't the airship, this is just a toy, but we'll have access to the airship after or through this quest. Oh, and they didn't add voice to this one? Really? What she's having us do here is go and talk to the other two that you saw in that previous cutscene. The big tall guy and the lady with the black dress and the kind of whitish skin. I guess it wasn't white, it's kind of gray. But I've already got a better minion. So that's all that she's really doing, is telling us to go and talk to them. We will stop and have a little chat with them. But it's basically just us telling them about the threat that we had to take care of, and how they need to... You? No. That's the map. Hold on. Where's my minion? I'm in the wrong set. This one. Minion. I have Palom. I just haven't put him on. Palom is from Final Fantasy IV. I think. Yeah. Because it's Palom and Porum are the two twins. Wait, why is it telling me to... Oh, I know what that is. Yeah, we're gonna have to... Well, I'll tell you what. Once I get the Fox Minion, I will put that on. But I don't remember where to get it. And I'll have to get it again on the other account. I do want that baby behemoth that was right there, though. That thing's cute. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. Which one of these is gonna be the best? Looks like this. Yeah, and then the next one's not till level 20, which we're not quite there yet. We want to move this over to 7, because we're not worried about it. Look at that little person with the... Look at the little person with the little spear! You have the Shiba puppy? Yeah, I think I remember them talking about wanting you to have that. That's from the Palmlings, right? Yeah, yep. And for anyone else watching, Palmlings is just the group that we're part of on the main account, the main character. It's led by Kia Wolf and Prismalin, and they're both real good people. I don't need you to tell me where it is. I know where it's at. Thank you. That was just her telling us how to get downstairs to the airship area. Don't need to hear that. It's not important for the story. It's just telling new players how to do it, where to go. Yes, get me to the landing area. Right. Oop, wrong way. This way. And we will watch this small, tiny cutscene one time. I'm not watching it all 3 times. Because do we have to do it again? I think so. I think we still have to do it again. Now we take to the skies. And this is very, very Final Fantasy staple. Just about, no, I think every single one has an airship of some sort. And the song that is playing now is a remix of the main theme of the first Final Fantasy game. Now we find out what's going on with the Garleans.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great meat guard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech Research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Al amigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Come on. Not really sure what's up with the loading times on this data server, but it seems real slow to me. Let's see. Can I see? I cannot see it from here. Alright. That'll have to wait for just a moment. This way, talk to you. Just wants me to leave the landing area. Hello. Yep, I guess I gotta talk to you. Which one is it? I think it's this one. So for both here and Ul'dah, even though we could just go straight and do our main story quest, we are going to take a small detour and grab... Yep, this is the one we need. So like right here, I could go right there, but we're going to come out here and grab this giant crystal first. That's going to make traveling around a little bit easier, a little bit faster. We're going to run out a lot of our money, but Okay. So now if we want to come back here, we don't have to use the airship. We can just teleport there, which is easy enough. If I hit the teleport here, it'll bring up a list of areas that we can go. I can't remember if she says anything important. I think. We'll just listen to what she says.
Enter. I did not expect the Gridanian envoy to be an adventurer. It speaks highly of your character that the Elder Seedseer would choose an outsider to represent her nation's interests. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limso Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom.
I'm glad they have this voice, because I never would have gotten that last name ever.
Now, what news from the Black Shroud?
Oh, is it different? I didn't know that. Oh, that's right. This trip was not to... Okay. This one was just to set up a memorial service for all the people who died in the Battle of Cartano, which is what I keep calling the Calamity. Yeah, but the Makode aren't from the Shroud, I don't think. Oh, that was a bad sound glitch. I thought that the Makode were from the desert in Ul'dah. I'm pretty sure that the forests of Gridania are home to the Elysin. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's been a while since we both went through all this before. It's been many, many months. So, Merlwyb here, she was originally a pirate captain, and she later, I guess she got her crap together, and when Limsa Lominsa was kind of formed, she took the reins. She's got a major dislike of pirates at this point, because she spent so much of her time trying to fix crap from her past life. Yeah. It's interesting. And all of these people that we're going to see, they are very important for the story as we continue. We're about to go see General Radahn in Ul'dah. And he is very, very important as well. Just turn and get on the gangplank. And this here is one we will skip because it is not important. Yes, I want to leave the landing area. I really wish that the flames were the ones that wore the red, and that the Maelstrom were the ones that wore the blue. It just doesn't make sense to me that the flames are wearing blue. You take me to... I think it's Husting Strip. Because we do not want to go to where they want us to go first. Nope, this isn't the one I wanted. Well, that is true. That is very true. I don't think I can activate this yet. Oh no, it is going to let me. Okay. So, Husting Strip is not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be Ruby. Wanted to go to the exchange. Oh, you know what I didn't do while I was in Limsa? I did not take a look at the ship that they had shown in that cutscene. Because you can see just about all of the special things that they throw in the scenery, which is very fun.
Ah, a guest from Gridania. I thought I smelled leaf mold. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Kane says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Ixal. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
And then this is just him talking about the service as well. So, that's not important. Fleet, I may now make use of the airship. Thank you. I am now level 20. You. Accept. Thank you. He's going to send me to Limsa. Before I go there, we are getting the crystal that's in... before I go and jump down, we are going to grab the other crystal up here, because I always forget to grab this one. We want the big crystal so that we can teleport here when we want, because Limsa is Ul'dah is an area we'll be coming back to. A lot. This, which should be the alchemy one. That is the alchemy one, right? That's not alchemy. Yeah, that is alchemy. Come on. Let me jump down there. And the reason that we're grabbing these small ones is that if we do end up with something that I have to, thank you, with something that I need to do in one of these small areas, it's just so much faster to use these aetherite crystals instead of trying to walk everywhere. It saves me some time, which hopefully makes for better content. Come on, hurry up. So, Ul'dah, the main area with like the most foot traffic, is very easy to understand. It's just a semicircle. The under area where a lot of the guilds are is a little bit more complex, and it's got 2 different layers to it. We were just on the top layer where we went and we saw Raban and went to the Alchemist Guild. The under area that I jumped down to has its own map. And other thing I want to make sure that yeah, Limsa is also one. It is one that I'm not going to attempt to grab any of the crystals of until I need to start walking around there. It's got 2 layers as well, but it feels more like it's got 12. Because you're going to be running up and down, like, I guess they're stairs. They don't feel like stairs. They feel like, I don't know. It feels like you're hiking up and down mountains whenever you're going through Limsa. Okay, use this. Can I go to... It's not going to let me go there. Okay, fine. Another reason we want to get all of them in an area is because it unlocks quick access to the exits of the town, which you do not have access to if you just running... Where's... Oh, there you are. You. Airship landing. But yeah, once you get all of the crystals, you get access to the 2 exits and the airship landing. Airship ticketeer. I need to go to Limsa. Yes. And we're going to, even if we are a little bit late on ending stream, we are going to continue this until I get to that first dungeon, which should not take too long. Hopefully. Hopefully. And then the next stream will be us tackling that first dungeon. Okay, I need to go to the Drowning Wench. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So, once I get here, I will show the map for this area, because the map for this area is... It doesn't look bad. You've got this layer. Go up to, or down to the lower levels. All this seems like it just be one layer, but this is up and down and up and down and up and down. It's annoying. Anyways, we are here now. Quick, thank you. Give me... Oh, that's not the one. That's the one. Thank you. Oh, well, we may actually get to it pretty quick then. Because Sistasha is the first dungeon. I think there's some things that we need to take care of before we actually tackle it, but... Oh. We don't need to talk about any of this. This guy is the guild master or the trials expert or the whatever. That's where you're going to get your tutorial for how you're supposed to use your role while you're in dungeons. It's telling you how to be a part of your team. I will try and explain that. I don't need any of the gear that he's going to be giving, and I really don't need the experience ring that he's going to give me because it's outclassed so quickly. Okay, now I need to speak with Femilpa, who is over by the... She's over by the fishing district. Yeah. Okay. Where is... I do not remember where the stairs are. I think it's this way. Yeah, here they are. There are a lot of ways that you can go up and down, but... Limsa is more difficult to navigate than it should be. Then to get to the fishing area, we need to go this way. And you can see that they're not stairs, they're not really ramps, it's just like you're hiking up and down crap. We are wanting to get... over here is the Rogues Guild, which you get after a certain point, you have access to it. You cannot actually start as a rogue, which is a pain in the butt. Over there, the boat there is actually where we're needing to be, but we're gonna skip it and grab the small aetheryte crystal in front of the fishing guild because we will need to talk to these people again later on in the story. So skip them for just a second. These crystals are usually located in important places. Like I said, this is in front of the Fishers Guild. It's also in front of your Rogues Guild and this area that's going to access, I believe it's called Aleport. Melpa, hello. She's just telling us that we're going to be using her services to go... talk to you. We are going to Aleport. Yes, and it does cost money. Usually it is cheaper if you have access to the airship or any of the boats to use those instead of doing the quick teleport. It's usually cheaper. Especially when you get into areas that are so far away that you need 999 money to transport between them. And there's my fun behemoth mount. I love that thing. Oh, can't see it from here. Is it actually in... Oh, I think I know why. I think that the ship that I was talking about a little bit ago is actually in Mordona. I don't remember what happened to that place. I think they tell us after a while. Hello, Chocobo Keep. I I just wanted to talk to you and have you not have a thing over your head. Okay. The Smith, that's what their names are. They're the Smiths. You talk to them, they'll teach you how to use your class. It's fine, I don't care. None of this is important to me. And this is the start of Sastasha, so we will be going up here to kind of unlock it, but we are not going to do it yet. I will go ahead and, since we've got a little bit more time, I'll be going back to Gridania to get my job quest. This is the group. Okay. When I was talking in Gridania, I had gone to a table. This is the group that I had meant was going to be somewhat important. They keep popping up. And, yeah, you'll see them more as we go forward. Hello, can you go ahead and give me access to the dungeon? Thank you. Thank you. Now it gives a thing about the dungeons. Not important, I will tell you about that. I understand what I must do. So, before, when this was like the main thing, the main story, you had to do this with other players. And you had to have a party of 4 in order to actually complete the dungeon. They want you to have 2 DPS, 1 healer, and 1 tank. So if we use these guys as an example, you have Aver here is a tank, Ada is a healer, and then Eorzea and I'm not even going to try and say her name. They're both DPS. Yep, and Kira is a healer. When we're able to finally get back in and kind of do stuff together, we're going to try and get more stuff done together. We've done the end stuff for A Realm Reborn together. I think we did both of your firsts for the end content for that. If you don't have a party, they have a party finder, which is down here. You got a party. I don't actually have access to it. You'll get access to it later. Because so many people are so much further in the game and they don't do this content anymore, they have made it to where you can actually come up here and get an NPC team to go in with you. So you can actually do this early content by yourself and not have to worry about it. So we're going to go here. I guess I could also bring up the duty finder as well, because it's got some stuff that I can talk about. Come on, load up. Oh, okay, so this is your duty finder. It will tell you the dungeon that you have access to, and it will give you more as you progress. It's got a couple of different places here that you can actually go to for stuff. The question mark is going to be your daily stuff. It's going to give you extra experience, extra... once you get towards the ends game, it'll give you extra tomes of poetics, which are needed for the end game gear for each expansion. And yeah, item level. Item level is important when you get further in. Some of your dungeons, some of your trials, some of your raids will be locked out if you are under a certain item level. And the way your item level works, that's not the right area. If you look here, it'll say 10. That is my overall item level. Each piece of equipment has an item level. If you look at the Feathered Harpoon here, the Feathered Harpoon is an item level 12, whereas the rest of my stuff is 10s and 11s. I believe that it takes the average, and except for this one it does not count. And I don't think it counts any of your accessories. It might count your accessories. Except for this, because this scales with you as you level up. Until level 80, which is, I believe, almost the cap now. I believe the cap is 90 right now, but I'm not sure. Anyways, we are going to go ahead and grab this one. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a healer. Healers are necessary, and I'm going to tell all of you right now. Endwalker, Kira. Endwalker. You need to be nice to your healers, okay? Your healers are the ones that are going to be saving your rear end anytime that you make a mistake. Do not start blaming crap on them. I promise you it will not end well. Okay, we are gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah, exactly. If you are mean to your healers, they will just let you die. They will let the party wipe if they feel like they are being slighted. And I don't blame them. Show them respect. They have a hard job. Unlike us DPS, who have to stand here and poke things with a stick. Yeah. I think that's perfectly fine. I think that that's fair. A lot of DPS have a very, I must stand here with my thumb up my rear end, doing nothing but poking the enemy, and it just doesn't help the team. I think you might actually do this here. And yeah, that's another thing. It's not just here in Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, don't stand in the fire. The orange spots on the ground, good idea to not be in those. But yeah, it's what I was saying about your healers and everything, that's not just here in 14. It's any MMO that you're playing. I am very, very serious. Don't mess with your healers. Give them the respect they deserve. If they aren't doing the job right, give them constructive criticism, but don't try and crap on them. I'm serious. Now, this should open up another thing with Fulquus. I can't skip this one. Yes, I'm going to proceed with the trial. As you can see, ESO, there isn't a healer in ESO. Yeah, I didn't know that. As you can see, this guy is an antagonistic asshole. We don't like him. He's got this real elitist view for what a Lancer should be. And yeah, he calls all these people who are training, and they are training to learn how to do the job correctly. He calls them all cowards, which I really don't like. I don't stand for that crap. These people are trying to learn what they need to learn. Yeah, self-heal is always good. If you look down here in my hotbar, Second Wind is a heal, and so is Bloodbath. Second Wind is just a straight-up heal. It just heals me. And Bloodbath allows me to turn a certain amount of damage that I deal into health. So it's lifesteal. If you have that, and your healer is having issues trying to heal everybody, just give them a little pat and say, hey, look, I do have a self-heal. You can focus on other people more. And that's why I like playing as the Lancer, is because we get a couple of them. Leg sweep is an interrupt. It works for a while. Doesn't really do much. It stuns certain enemies for a while, but you get your tanks generally will have better interrupts that last longer. And that was a dancer. That's a skill class that'll come in later. So yeah, I will be taking care of the job quest and the dungeon in the next one. We're gonna start with the dungeon because it is technically lower level than this mission here. Important to make sure your healer knows that. Yes. Like, for example, what Kira is saying is 100% correct. If you have a self-heal and you're playing with a healer that does not know your class, let them know you have a self-heal. And the cooldown timer for mine is 120 seconds, which is, what, 2 minutes? And 2 minutes is gone in the blink of an eye, I can promise you that. Whereas my other one has a 90-second cooldown, which is 1.5 minutes. Hey Willow, how we doing? But it's all about being an active member of your team. It is very important. I know it is very easy to be antisocial. It is very easy to just kind of slip into this, I know what I'm doing, other people can mitigate around me. Don't be that person. Really do not. Because you will find it hard to find a party that will actually deal with you. And that's gonna do it for this stream, guys. Again, tomorrow, tackle the dungeon. And we're gonna tackle the job quest. We're getting to a point now where stuff is really starting to become kind of the meat and potatoes of A Realm Reborn. So we're gonna try and slip into those and talk about important stuff like combos and talk about some of the different things that you can get through the different roles. Kira plays healer a lot, so Kira will be talking about the healer experience. I can talk about the DPS experience and a little bit about the tank experience. Remember to talk with your party. Let them know if you're new. Let them know if you don't understand some of the mechanics. And mechanics are another thing that I will explain as we go in. Just just remember that this is a team game. Yes, your main story, you're going to be going through it alone. But your dungeons, your trials, your raids when you get to that point, all of that stuff is centered around a well-centered team. We're going to see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys!